Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Blue Line Garage. My name is David and we are going to be getting the Jaguar F-Type in the garage. But as you can see, I do have a trailer. Whoops, had a little mishap there. I guess the suction cup didn't want to stick to my tool cabinet. But back to what I was saying, I want to get the Jaguar F-Type in the garage, but I got to get this trailer out of here. So let's go ahead and get the trailer out. We're going to clean up the garage and get the Jaguar in here and basically go over the damage, the extent of the damage, and what we're going to be doing. Okay, if you haven't yet, make sure you like this video and previous videos if you watched them, and make sure you subscribe because it's going to be an ongoing project here. All right, other than that, I appreciate the love and support. Peace out. All right guys, so we made up the ramps, got a little hook here so it doesn't slide forward on both sides, and also got a center brace right here. The cart is extremely low to the ground, kinda, but it will bottom out if I try and take it off of these ramps. This trailer was not actually meant for cars. It was meant more for construction equipment, excavators, things like that. So let's go ahead and get her off this thing and into the shop. Woo! All right guys, so the Jaguar is actually stuck in gear and I can't get power to it to put her in neutral to get it off the trailer. So I was talking to a dealership and they told me there's an access port behind the cup holder, and it's like a manual release to put it in neutral. So let's see if we can find it, and I'll show you guys how to do it just in case you have the same vehicle and the same problem. All right, let me show you what's going on. All right, so now we're in the car and they said it's behind the cup holder area. So let's open this up and there should be some type of access port. So we're gonna have to remove these screws, and once we remove this, there should be actually a red lever, I believe. So let's figure it out. All right, so these are actually not screws, they're little bumpers, but there's this plastic piece here. Let's see if somehow we could open this. There we go. Oh, and that's how you put it in neutral. You pull this out. Let's see, put your foot on the brake. Let's see here, pull it up, and there we go. I just felt the car release. That is awesome. All right, let's see if it moves a little bit. I do have the tires chalked. Well, can't tell from here, but let's see if that worked. That is pretty awesome right here to remove that. Okay, let's see if we could start pushing the car. All right guys, so right here we have a 2018 Jaguar F-Type with electronic parking brake, and the issue I'm having is I have no electric to the car because it sustained an engine fire and the brakes won't release. But this could happen in any type of application where you need to release these brakes and they just won't release. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to take off the brake, and then we're going to take off the connector for the electronic braking, and then we're going to hot wire it for it to release. And I'm going to show you all that guys here in a second. All right, now we got the tire off. Now this is the power for the electronic brake. You want to stick a screwdriver in here and just slowly pry up, and this will easily pop up. So let's go ahead and do that. No, you can talk. This I'll mute.
I think I was overly annoyed. I actually was interested.
I got it. You hear that running? No, leave it on. So you hear that noise in there? Should be releasing. Okay, I'm starting to feel the rotor move. There it goes. So now, that's how you release the electronic brake. Alright guys, I want to take a brief moment and talk about our today's sponsor for this episode, okay? As you can tell, our sponsor is Super Clean. If you haven't tried it, I recommend trying them. I already use their products on multiple things. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see I clean tires, equipment, things like that. And I've told you guys previously, I have this degreaser that I use, which works awesome. But since I've been using Super Clean, it's super exceeded that degreaser cleaner that I was using. And I love this company here. I love them. I tried it out, and I wouldn't be BSing you. You know what I mean? If they weren't good, I'd be telling you they weren't good. But they're great. All right. So first thing we have here, we have an absorber. Okay. We're going to be using this during this build because I do have some lines underneath the vehicle that have melted and already started spilling fluid on my floor, including brake fluid. So I have a lot of brake fluid spill out. So we're going to be using some of the absorber. I got this tire cleaner here. We're going to be using that towards the end of the build, as well as another one here. I've already used this on tires, and as soon as you spray it on, you could see it just eating up all the grime. And just spraying it on and rinsing it off, you will see a difference. Okay, these other two degreasers we're going to be using in the engine compartment. Like I said, you guys already know that this build has engine fire, and there is a lot of crud, a lot of dirt, grime, fire type residue laying all over the place, and these two products right here alone is going to help me clean all that up. So if you haven't, check them out on Instagram, go to their webpage. They're an awesome company. If you do use them, make sure you hashtag SuperCleanTeam to your pictures if you do post them, and let them know, and they'll just continue posting it for you. But again, like I said, this episode, and actually this build is sponsored by Super Clean. So check them out at your local stores. Other than that, let's get to this build. All right, guys, I finally got the car in the garage, and brief story, I got the manual release for the front brakes only, but the back brakes had the electronic parking brakes. As you saw, I actually took the brakes off and had to unplug the electrical component for the braking system and put my own power to it to activate to release the brakes. Pretty cool idea. The dealership is not going to tell you that, but I was able to figure it out and get it done. So what we're going to do, I already went over through the whole vehicle, and what we're going to do is we're going to go through the damage. And that's what this video is going to be based off of. We're going to go through it, see exactly what's wrong with it. Of course, we know what's wrong with it, but the extent of the damage, kind of where the fire came from and all that stuff. So let me go ahead and get it set up, open up the hood for you guys, and show you all the disaster that occurred. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open up the hood. All right, that's as far as it goes. Let's take a closer look. So this is all the damage so far. Let's get some lights up in here so we could see a little better. All right, so now we got some light on all this stuff. Let's take a look. Now this is the radiator overflow tank, which probably melted, and there is actually still some fluid on the bottom. Will probably help put out some of the fire, but it looks like some of the fire probably originated in this area, but I'm not 100% sure. But what we're going to be doing is basically taking everything out and categorizing everything if I'm able to figure out what is damaged and get it replaced. Now this looks like it's the cabin air filter here. Gonna need all this new. Surprisingly, I don't smell any smoke on the inside, which is a good sign. Here's the horn, a weird location for it. Some of this wiring here actually doesn't look like it charred all the way through, but the outer is. Let's see what else here. The engine cover completely comes right off. It actually just pops on and off here, and it actually doesn't look too bad. This is the supercharger. So we're going to go through everything here. This actually goes to this piece here that I know so far. I'm going to replace all this stuff. So we're just going to be taking stuff out little by little, and you're going to watch us do it. Don't even know where this thing goes, but got melted off. But that's the fun part. So we're going to try and strip everything out, completely out, clean it all up with Super Clean, and then start putting it all back together. So I think the first thing we're going to do is take this fender off. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the car up on 4 jack stands, raise it up, because there is some melting underneath, some damage underneath I got to look at. And I'm going to take the tires off, jack it up, put it on stands, take the wheels off. I'm going to take this fender off, start taking this whole section apart and building it back together, and we're going to do it together. But I do want to say that most of this cleaning that's going to take place is going to be by Super Clean Products. So check them out, local AutoZones, things like that. But in the meantime, let's get this off. In here, a lot of damage in here. You can kind of see where my brake fluid was leaking from. Not a problem, not scared of it. We could knock this out. All this inside. It's all good. We could do it. Alright, so we got the fender off that exposed a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure some of you guys are trying to ask me like, or figure out why I ripped this over here, and the reason for that is because I have to replace it. It's damaged here and it's one whole piece. It's getting replaced. I don't care where I'm damaging it. I needed to access the bolts down here and I didn't have time to undo the rest of the skirt to get to it. But I believe this piece here is the washer fluid tank, just because this is a washer fluid motor I recognize with the tube, so it looks like it. So I'm pretty sure of it, but I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. All right, so I got to take all this stuff out, and look at these wires here, all charred up. Look. So we're taking all this stuff out and replacing it, of course, but all right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue taking some parts off. We got the car up on jacks. I can see there's still some more damage down there. Not a big deal, but I'm going to start taking some parts off, start categorizing it, and pretty much that'll probably just be the rest of this video. On the next video, same thing, digging deeper into all the damage up here and moving forward on it. So let's check this out. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you liked what you've seen so far. As you can tell, there is a good amount of damage, but I'm not worried about it at all. I did take a closer look at a few things I did not videotape just yet, and I'm actually super excited on what I saw because it's going to save me a lot of time, and as well as the equipment I thought I would have to buy, or parts, I would say. So there's actually a lot of things that are good that I thought was bad, and it's actually looking really good, and we're going to dig a little bit deeper on the next episode. So make sure you like and subscribe right down here. Alright, follow me on Instagram for previews. I've been posting like crazy daily about the progress of the build, so if you want to get a sneak peek, follow me on Instagram. The link is going to be right down here. Other than that, I wish everybody the best. See you on the other side. Peace out.